welcome back to another video. On today's episode we are going to be painting the 80 series. Welcome back to another episode. On today's episode we have taped and prepped the 80 for sanding and painting. I'm just about to sand now, but I have gone through and literally prepped everything. So as you can see, all the masking paper and tape, all that, and all on that side. So like I said, I'll be starting to sand today and get the 80 final prep done for painting tomorrow.
Alrighty, so today is painting day. We have just finished sort of masking everything up. That took a very long time. Bit frustrating. Shit, it's 10 o'clock. Anyway, we're going to start painting in a minute. Lara's just doing the final sanding of it all. Up around where we took the windscreen out yesterday.
I am just cleaning up the last final touches of the car. And we're just going around and finishing up the last final touches of the masking as well, which has taken a very large chunk of time. Very frustrating as well because we were working with the wind yesterday and it was just blowing all the masking tape off. So now we've got it in the booth. Obviously you would have seen the booth got blown up yesterday. So yeah, I'm just finishing up the last final touches of the windscreen here that we took out yesterday. We didn't get a chance to do it yesterday because it was getting a bit late on in the night. Look, this respray is very far from perfect, but we're going to try our best. We're not professionals, so we're just going to do what we can within our means. But yeah, other than that, stay with us and yeah.
Alright, so basically the process that we're doing is we're just sanding back the paint that's on there already, because the paint itself isn't actually too bad. There's just a few little spots here and there that we're trying to fix up, and just overall have a nice paint job while the engine's getting rebuilt and everything. Just sanding back the top layer as best as we can, and then we're going around with the wax and grease it all, and then basically putting the 2-pack paint on, and we're just keeping the same colour, white. Nothing's changing there. It's just going to be a nicer colour finish sort of things.
applying the second coat of paint now. We've gone and sanded back and painted the bonnet and the top and bottom tailgate. So Andrew's just starting the second coat now. It is a home job, so you know, nothing was going to be perfect. There is a bit of paint on the inside of the car, which is unfortunate, but what do you do really? So basically we're just going to do the outside in the second coat, so like the doors, the guards, things like that. We're not going to worry about the sills and the inner of the doors on the second coat, but we're just going to do the outside of the doors and just the main parts that'll be seen, just to give them like the dual coating. So yeah, that's what we're up to now. So we got started at like around 11, I'd say, and it's just 2 o'clock now. So what, 11, 12, 1, 2, so like 3 hours to do all that, plus a bit of messing around in between, and then we're just going to do the second coat now. So yeah, we should be done in the next couple hours, and then yeah, just let it fully cure for however long it needs to. Usually it's 8 hours, but we'll probably leave it for a bit longer than that.
Righto, so it's another weekend back in the shed with the AUSSIE series. This weekend we're still waiting on parts for the engine, so we can't really start it. Right now what I'm doing is I'm sitting in the engine bay rewiring all the wire, basically re-split flexing everything, making everything look nice. I'm going to make a box, put a couple fuse boxes on, and basically rewire it and make it look schmick, while Lara is going around and touching up the paint. What do you call it's doing?
Colour sanding.
So she's doing colour sanding. So you're gonna explain the process?
It was obviously a home job. There was lots of imperfections in the paint. So when you run your hand along, there is lots of dust spots that are above the paint surface. So basically what we're doing is we're going along with, just by hand, with 12,000 grit. And basically what we do is, I'll just show you the process. So basically just grab a clean rag and get some of this wax and grease remover. So open that up and just put a bit on here. And basically just rub it on the paint to clean off any extra dirt on the surface. Alright, and then once you've done that, we've got some water and detergent in here, the slippery surface. So basically just spray the water and detergent mixed together on there, and basically just start with your 1200 grit going along all the paint. So basically just sand it as you usually would. Start to keep going down the panel like that. And then basically you just, you know, check over, make sure there's no more imperfections, which I can feel quite a bit. So I'll go over a second time with the 1200 grit. And then basically after the 1200 grit, you wipe it all down, like all the dust particles, and then you start with the 2000 grit. So the 2000 grit is the same thing, just 2000 grit. And obviously I'm going to clean that off so there's no particles. Basically just rub it back, and then once you're happy with it, because obviously there's still some imperfections, so I'll go back over. Once you're happy with it, then you basically grab the polishing gun and use a bit of cut and polish, which is just under you. Cut and polish it up. As you can see on this panel, I've done this panel. So there's no imperfections in that panel, because I've run my fingers along, like that. But you can't see it on camera, but there is a lot of dust spots. You might be able to see on this panel here. Alright, so I've just started this driver's side now. As you can see, it has lots of raised bits there. The camera doesn't do justice for how bad the actual paint is, but I'm going to be fixing that and making it all smooth. Alright, so I've just done this panel, this front panel here. I don't know what you can see, but I can already see kind of on their camera how much smoother, like if it wants to focus, how much smoother the panel is compared to what it was. So I've done this panel, now I've got to do the back 3 panels.
Right, so we went out to Bunnings and we got some galvanised steel. We've cut all that up now. I didn't really film any of it, but we've cut it up. I've put some pinch weld around the curves. I've just mounted 2 of the fuse boxes and I've drilled some holes for some grommets. So this is actually where it's going to go. It's all mounted in there. It's not actually mounted yet, but that should be pretty stable. It's going to sit there. I'm going to mount it. We've still got to figure out how we're going to mount it. But yes, you got all the pinch weld, mounted the fuse boxes, and I've drilled some holes and put some grommets through here. And now I'm just about to start wiring it all. I've got all the accessories down here that'll go up into there. But I think it's going to look really, really good. Alright, so we've just pulled it out into the sun. Paint looks pretty bloody good, if you ask me. You can see it there. It looks pretty awesome. She's done a real good job, but there is there's still a few like wax and grease, cut and polish or whatever it is on there. So we're giving it a wash. Its first official wash.
Hey, so indeed, from the indeed, yeah, hey, yeah. I see you looking like a snack. Let me see some. You are the wifey type, baby. You could be one. Let me change your life. I could show you many reasons, different seasons. Hop in my bag and I stay in it. Hit from the back and I stay in it. He is not damn, don't play with him. She is not damn, don't play with her. I got a R-O-D, she got a P-N-C. Baby girl, you know you was made for me.
Alright, so we just gave the 80 a wash. We had to use a bit of wax and grease to get the cut and polish off. We've done that now. Give it a final wash with just some car wash and the gurney. And yeah, it's come out really nice. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Brought to you by Super Duper.
So I've also done that all in there. Just put this temporary there. We're probably going to try and make something similar to this. But all this wire has to go onto the battery, so once the battery's in there, we'll tidy all that up properly. But most of that is done. I still got to do the negative over there, but that's fine. I'm pretty happy with how the engine bay is turning out. Still got to do a little bit on this side of split flexing, so make that all look nice, but after that it should be good. Alrighty, so that is it for another video on the 80 series. We finished the paint job this video. We got a little bit of the wiring and the engine bay done. Everything's looking good, on track. We're worried we're gonna have to respray it again, but after doing the color sanding, it's come up really well, so pretty happy about that. So if you're enjoying the build so far, make sure you like and subscribe, because we're gonna keep doing heaps of build videos. We've still got to rebuild the engine, still doing the sound deadening and the inside. That'll probably be next week's video. Subscribe.
We'll catch you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye. Bye.
Bye.